Terima kasih, saya Sydney. Thank you very much. Jazakumullah khairan jazak. The most venerable President Dharmawatna and the Vice President Professor Chang Pu-Seng, the ladies and gentlemen representing all religions to this conference. After listening for 3 days, I believe that everyone is now waiting for what can we do next or what can we do tomorrow. And then anyway, I will trying to finish faster. And then we will work much longer time until the end of our life. My discussion today will be on global crisis and spiritual approach. This will be the humble Islamic perspective. Because I believe that you have the understanding of religion according to your religion, and the heaven according to your religion. Everyone has that. And then I'm trying to show that how Muslims believe in going to heaven, entering heavens, and how can we go together and meet there. Let me start with Basmalah, Bismillah, in order to make everything that we have done today is a good deed. And then let me make your conference international by greeting you. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. ขอความสันติจงมีแด่ทุกท่าน in Thai language in my home and my mother language, even though from my father's side I'm Chinese origin, from Guangdong, from Suo Thao, and from my mother's side from Japanese, but I'm proud to be Thai. So let me say again, ขอความสันติสุขจงมีแด่ทุกท่าน That's the meaning of Assalamu alaikum in Thai language. And peace be upon you all, and salam sejahtera ke atas Anda dalam bahasa Melayu. A global crisis today, I won't say anything, but I just show you photos. And you understand that the whole 3 days we are talking about global crisis. We are talking about the problem that happened everywhere in the world. I started with this. We are trying to understand ourselves. We are trying to know ourselves. Who am I? Am I a conflict actor or am I a peace actor? We are coming yesterday or the day before yesterday. We don't know ourselves whether we are conflict actor or a peace actor. But we are going back today, or we are going back after closing the program. Tomorrow we fly back to Thailand, to everywhere in the world. We are going to be peace actor at least. Look at that. Look at the world. You have tried a lot to bring peace to the world, but just one bullet, it kills you. It kills people, harmonize all the kind of effort that we have done. And this is also another crisis. To save the time, you are trying to understand the photos I try to show you. This is also another crisis. When you are in power, if you do this, at the same time, those who are pushed down forgot that last few days you did the same thing when you are in power. Where the world is going to be. Not only between Buddhists and Christian, between Christian and Muslims, but Muslim and Muslim also have this problem. And how can we Muslim, to Excellency, talk about Islam in Singapore? We do have also challenges, a problem, obstacles, everything in Thailand. We also have internal problem among ourselves. So this is how the global crisis can be brought up, can be solved by spiritual solutions. Look at that. How can we bring, products, goods from southern Thailand to the up north, and from the north to the south? How we bring policies from central government to, all those principalities. So because of that, I'd like to bring up in very short time, spiritual solutions from a Quranic perspective. And the way I will try to do it, I bring SDGs 17 goals. But before that, I'd like to share with you here is that the system of life or system of sustainable life in Islam is very easy. We have 3 epochs of life. The first epoch, the first period, the first phase is life as input. We Muslims believe that all of us believing the same God, living together when we are in spirituality. When we are born here, I am born Muslim. You are born Christian, you are born Buddhist. But this is a life process. So we have Subulus Salam. You have all kinds of vehicles to peace. But at the end of the day, everyone is going to the output of life. You call it heaven or you call it whatever, or nirvana or whatever, it depends on the way you believe. So the system of life in Islam is just three main epochs. Before this world, next world, and now we are struggling for that. Next is, when you look at Sustainable Development 17 goals, Islam has a response to that. I'm not going to say that Islam responds to this, but this responds to the teaching of Islam, and we can live together. Look at the first one. For poverty, we have the pillars of Islam, or 5 pillars of Islam, is in fact talking about economy. Shahadatain, that is to say that God is one and Muhammad is the Prophet, is in fact economy, educational economy. Because of that, we open schools here and there. We open Islamic studies. We open, from kindergarten to PhD Islamic studies. It means that this is educational economy, I said. So there wouldn't be any Muslim who are too poor to have, chances to pray. I want to go that far because we still have another speakers, but I just want to show you that all 17 dots of Sustainable Development Goals, we do have responses, even not answers, but responses from Islam. I will just read it. Like for salat or prayers, it's tactile economy, because all Muslims, when you want to go pray in the mosque or at home, you have to wear the required kind of costume to pray. Siyam or fasting is, in fact, for me, is nutritional economy. Zakat is social capital economy, and Hajj is, in fact, the financial summit, annual financial summit of Muslims around the world. And because of that, this is the first and 2 points of SDGs. I go further for the third and fourth, a good health and well-being, also quality of education. We have the Prophet saying that Aql Salim fi Jismi Salim. The good thinking is in the good body, the good physics, and the good physics is in the good thinking, the good reasoning, the good akal. It means that you have to be balanced of that. And the fifth and sixth, we also have, when we talk about equality, we have all created equals and evaluated equally. You are men, you are women, or whatever, or whoever you are evaluated equal when you go back to God again. And then when we are talking about clean water, the first chapter of fiqh, of jurisprudence in Islam, is about cleanliness. And the first lines of cleanliness in Islamic books is about tahara, is about water. It means that we have to bring up with the good water, clean water, in order to perform our religious deeds. Yeah, for the 7 and 8, halal bi'ah. Halal is not only about food. Halal is not only about whatever things that you are around, but the environment, the holistic environmental issues are to be halal as well. And then halal, decent work and economic growth, halal interest-free and just economy. So this is what I would like to say, that the response to SDGs goal. And the next is about number 9 and number 10, industry innovation. Afala taqilun. In the Quran, there are a lot of questions in the. I don't have to go further, but just to say that Allah urges us to think about, to rethink. It means that to urge us to be innovative in a way, and then reduce inequalities. The Prophet says, "La ajamiyun, la arabiyun." No Arabs and non-Arabs. Everyone is equal before God. And then the 11th and 12th one, the sustainable cities. Islam doesn't require us to establish Islamic State, and then you become the president of the Islamic State. You bring only Muslims to stay there, but the Quran says that try to be baldatun tayyibatun. Try to establish the prosperous city. In the Quran says, try to come up with prosperous city, not an Islamic state, not to confine only Muslim to be in that kind of state. And then warabbun ghafur, and God will give a kind of ghafur to you. And then the 13 and 14 climate action. وَلَا تُلْقُوا بِأَيْدِيكُمْ إِلَى التَّهْلُكَةِ. The Quran says, don't throw yourself in the badness or some kind of ugliness or bad things. And the most important one is life before water. I'd like to say that we, Islam, in the Quran taught us Muslims to be rahmatal alamin, to be good for everyone, to do good deeds for everyone. Islam is prosperity for everyone, not only for Muslim, not only for humankind, but even for universe. And then number 15 and 16, the same, life on land and peace and justice and strong institutions. I use the same verses. I say, وَلَا تُلْقُوا بِأَيْدِيكُمْ إِلَى التَّهْلُكَةِ. If you want to go to traffic light and then you cross the road and you will be killed, then you cannot do that. The same way, you know that by destroying the environment that you finally will be dying because of destroying that environment, so you cannot do that. And then, what is very important is that peace, justice, and strong institution, udkhuluha bisalamin. Please enter peacefully. Then the word peaceful or the word salam in Islam, as far as I understand, humbly, subulus salam. There are means, there are ways, there are many ways to enter salam. There are many means for us to go to that kind of destiny that is salam, that is peace. So it doesn't mean that I go this way, that I only one who will got peace. Doesn't mean that this one going to that way, it got only peace. Everyone who is having good intention to go to the peace, we will have subulul. It means that many ways of peace to achieve for everyone. And then finally, the 7 bullets of SDGs, which says partnership, to me, for those who bring peace to wherever, including my place, southern Thailand, there are 4 people to bring peace for any particular area. The first is insiders. The second is outsiders, those who are inside, living outside. The third is the outside insiders, those who are from outside, coming to my place to teach, to work, whatever. They are also important to this kind of solutions. And the last one, you may never think of going to southern Thailand where we do have problem and conflict here, but you are very vital to solve the problem. Just one word that you say about us, just one dua, one prayer that you do for peaceful coexistence in my place, you are the most important person for that kind of peace building in my area. And then finally, I bring up with Sun strategy. My Sun strategy is in fact not for my son, but for all of us, because yesterday Professor Tamaratna has mentioned about way out or roadmaps. So my own roadmap is starting with ourselves, self-strategy. What are my self-strategy for achieving that kind of solutions based on spirit? The second is organizational strategy, our religious strategy, our own organizational strategy at home or in our university, whatever. But the last one is networking strategy, which is very, very important. This networking, I heard that we are here about more than 10 religions. So more or less now we are having 10 networking already. So we are going back tomorrow with our son. The first, if we got our self-strategy, and then we got organizational strategy, we strengthen it here. The last one, we have got our networking already to work tomorrow. And the future, the better tomorrow will happen, inshallah. And then finally, another 1 minute, I will bring down with the spiritual solution as an epilogue with photos. We will go back with this. We will be together doing this kind of big task. And then we will try to let everyone to do religious ceremonies. You do on Buddhism, Christianity, Islam, you do on your own. No need to follow me. No, I don't have to imitate you. Because we choose to be in this religion. You choose to be in your religion. Lakum dinukum waliyadin. For you, your religion, and for me, it's my religion. We do like this, according to what you have chosen. And then finally, what I would like from here is everyone is getting number 1. Everyone is become champion. We are going back tomorrow with the roadmap of championship, inshallah. And then finally, I would like to do that, to say that the elders important, the youngest are also important. We do have to combine, like someone says yesterday, why we have only old guys, not young guys. So we are going to do that, inshallah, in the future. And finally, we will move the world together. We will mobilize the world together towards peaceful and harmony. Finally, within the 25 seconds, I would like to say Khop Kun, thank you in Thai language. Thank you in English. Terima kasih dalam bahasa Melayu. Syukran bil Arabiyah. Selamat po Tagalog. Sia-sia ni Putung Hua and Shukriya in Urdu. Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.